In this video, I want to share with you 3 new secret bank credit score changes in 2025. Now, if you didn't know, 48% of Americans in the last year been denied for loans and bank products because of these new changes, even with good credit scores. And if you didn't know, banks themselves have their own internal credit scores like banks like Navy Federal, and these are secret little algorithms that they have to score you, and they have been making some changes to make sure that they're weeding out certain credit profiles. Now, I used to work in the banking and mortgage industry, and I made this video that went viral called The Secrets the Credit Bureaus Don't Want You to Know. You've probably seen that title on many platforms because after that, a lot of people took that title and remade that video. So this is going to be an update to this video so you can have the right information so you can get approved. I'm even going to give you a 4th bonus tip. Now, be prepared, you guys. It's quite triggering and it might seem a little discriminatory, but at least if I tell you and you know how to avoid this pitfall. Number 1, banks now change the rules for annual income from premium products and credit cards. So now the banks are looking for annual income of up of 150,000 in order to qualify you for premium credit card and loan products. Now, what does this mean to you? If you're looking to get a platinum card or a Chase Sapphire Reserve card, they're looking for high annual incomes. And even with regular loans, now they have changed the debt to income ratio requirements. They have went from 43% to drop down to 35%. And they only want to see your housing costs no more than 31%. So that means when they're asking you on that application, what is your rent or your mortgage? This is what they're looking for. So make sure when you review these applications, if you're married or extra people living in your homes, add that income on that application if it says household income, and you can adjust that. Now, for annual income, this is why I stress that you guys need to clean up your credit and make sure that you're leveraging to get some business credit, because if you have some kind of side business, that can be added on to that application, and it doesn't take long to clean up your credit score. In my elite credit system, my user Sean went from a 612 credit score all the way up to 770 in a matter of 6 months. Then he was able to move to an 803 credit score and then get business credit for his business. And now he updated me that he got that platinum American Express credit card. So you go on, Sean. And so if you need my help, the links is in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. But it is important that you leveraging business credit, because that can actually help you hide with some of your business activities that utilization on your credit report, so your debt to income ratios are not so high, because a vast majority of business credit cards that you can find will report to your business credit reports and not your personal credit reports. So you want to make sure that you're setting that up right, and you can add that extra income to those applications, and it can help you with qualifications for loans. Number 2, open credit card lines, age of credit. They're looking heavily at this. So you guys, if you got credit cards, do not close those credit cards. You want to make sure you got 2 years of an age open primary credit card, you guys, meaning a card that you got in your own name. Now you might say, hey, how do I do that if I'm just starting off with credit? Well, what you may need to do is to be an authorized user on somebody else's credit card. They can just add you on, but they keep the card, and then you may have to aim for lower tier subprime credit cards that have lower annual fees and that will accept your credit profile. And you want to make sure that you are pre-qualifying for these credit cards with a soft pull pre-approval, so you don't get a ton of hard inquiries, because hard inquiries will get you denied for credit because it looks like you're thirsty, looking for credit, and it looks like nobody wants you. And so I do have a free hard inquiry removal package that you can download and help you get those hard inquiries off. Just make sure when you get that credit card, make sure you keep it open. Now, I know some of you guys got these subprime credit cards and they got higher annual fees and interest rates, but you might need to hold on to those cards until you get better credit cards that make it over that 24-month period and then close out that account. But don't do it before then because it can get you not approved because you don't have enough active age open credit accounts. Now, number 3 is one you would never imagine, and that's judgments. And these judgments just in your local court systems. So even if you had an eviction and you owe money in these judgments, a lot of people are being denied because of these judgments. So you might need to see if you have some open situations, or even if you got a judgment, to try to either settle that or see if it's some kind of legal way. If it was not actually true against you and you got a default judgment because you never got served and could not come to court, make sure you get those closed out and resolved. That can be a huge reason why you're being denied by banks for credit. And the 4th and bonus tip is sadly your address. Yes, your address is being judged, whether they tell you that or not, because even with banks and home loans, they look at bankruptcy and defaults in your zip code and in your areas. This is why it's important to get off those old addresses and any misaligned information, because you could be judged by that, you guys. And if you're currently living in a community, they're looking at the average credit score in that community and not your credit score. So you can have an 850 credit score and apply for a credit card and get $10,000, and a guy in the next town may have a 680 credit score and he may get a $20,000 credit card, all because they judge the average credit score around you. And many people think it's an unlimited amount of home loans. That is not true. They limit a lot of home loans to certain areas, and this is a form of redlining. We just have to keep it real. It is what it is. And many a times, if you have a relative that might live in a higher income community, you may need to apply there or get a license there and get your mail, especially if you have parents that live there and you can use that address because they are looking at that information. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comments section. But if you have more detailed questions for me, you can go to my website and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.